The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First play, Watson in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Done a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And get him down on the other side of midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 28-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the end zone, Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Williams. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mariota now. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. They'll run with Patterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. We're scoreless after one. First down, Mariota. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And he'll get this up to about 40. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. That's why they're pressing a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result. And now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. That's because I believe in you guys.
Wide open receiver complete. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd and goal, Mariota, touchdown Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defense is playing, the touchdown might even hold them to lead.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Watson on 1st down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Third down, here's Patterson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Grant. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he slips. Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That play reminded me of a former teammate of mine. He's called the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays.
And that's exactly what we want from you, Mike linebacker. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On third down, Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, Patterson. And some room to run now. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This will be taken at the 10. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball